3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from FXWithTerry.com.
Good morning. We are live deep in the mountains of Utah. Got a little bit of sun shining on me here. Probably should fix that. So, haven't been live in a couple days. Went through the whole Vegas trip. Had an incredible time. We'll absolutely be doing that again next year. Probably longer. Because if I'd have stayed a little bit longer, I could have made a lot more bidding on craps. So, had incredible success. I'm on the road now, back to the Midwest. I'm going to spend about 3 weeks doing that. And today is a short travel day, so I'm going to start putting together that video that I've promised everyone that I believe is a game changer. It's the path I'm going to take the rest of my life with Forex. So, very cool. Doug is here. Doug says good morning. Derek is here. Good morning. And other people who are not speaking, of course. So let's get into some of these trades. Very solid movement in the last couple days. In the last 24 hours, the amount of closures are incredible. Absolutely incredible. We're going to talk about the high profit feed. Some different ways to look at it, different ways for you to profit more by your own particular choice. So let's get into this. We are looking at the free signal here. It is EUR AUD buy. It's looking very good. As we know, these trades always win. We went into the trade, it's pulled back a little bit, which is really what my algorithm likes it to do, so it can scale in and make more money. What would you rather do? Would you rather make 10 pips on an initial entry, or would you rather make 70 pips because the algorithm scales into the trade? I think you'd probably make more. You want to make more, right? If we look at the history here, I just jumped ahead. There's no history in terms of closures. However, for the week, the past week of free trade closures, and I think I'm starting to rethink this, $3,351.72 in free trades that I've sent out. If you bid what I bid, you could bid more. You probably bid less, being squeamish, not quite sure. I see everybody in the group just wondering about which broker they should use, and this leverage is better, and this leverage is better. Choose a broker and move on, you guys. Like it's like, you know, you could get into a 12-hour long discussion of, well, this broker and they, you know, I'm in the U.S., but they're not allowing me. And if you use a VPN, you can get in. You know what? I'm done playing with that. I'm going to put together one simple, definitive post of a broker I recommend. The rest of it, I'm not going to let you guys talk about. If anybody makes any comments in the group, well, this broker, that broker, I'm just deleting it all because it's pointless, right? It's like shit or get off the pot. Let's just get a broker. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's make some money. You don't want to take my recommendation and you think 2,000 leverage from some other random broker is good? Go get it. Go do it. So here's my first thought as the business owner, giving away $3,351.72 worth of free trades in the last week. I'm like, I probably should charge some money for this. I probably should charge like a $7 a month for my trades. Some skin in the game. Either that or maybe pull them way the hell back. Maybe give you one free trade a week. But we had that USD CHF close, which was massively profitable. And then we had Euro AUD close, and then 3 USD CADs close, and now we're in this Euro AUD again. Incredible, incredible results. If you look, if you go to the history here and you look for the month, it's, are you ready? It's closed out $22,251.24 worth of profitable trades. Nothing but net. Nothing but net profit. I'm giving away too much. What I'm going to do is probably go into the free system and go, all right, one trade, and when it profits, I don't care if it profits in 15 minutes or takes the whole week, you end up getting one trade a week, right? I'm probably giving away way too much. Let me know. I know you love the free shit. Let's pause, and we'll move on to the next account. I'm trying to think of the. Let's go look at the overall. Just look at the overall system, what it has sent, what it has done, and then we'll come back to the hybrid feed and the high profit feed, which I combined together to show you that. So here it is. We are currently in about 3 dozen trades on the overall system. Doesn't mean you should be in all of those. Don't give me this FOMO bullshit. As far as closure goes, here's what's interesting. Here, I'll show you this. So closure in the last 24 hours is $1,646.68. Nothing but net. Net. We're not losing anything here. In fact, my algorithm never loses, especially if you look at net profit. Now, you might have a day because your broker increased the spread or something where you could be in the negative based off of your account, your leverage, your broker, the speed of your copying, all of that kind of stuff. But if you look at this so $1,646 for the day. Let's look at the week for the overall system. $19,318. What an incredible algorithm we have here. Are you ready to look at what it's done for the month? $48,661.35. What else can I say other than the system is killing it? It's the best I've ever seen in my life. You can't. This is real, man. This isn't like, let me show you some fake screenshots and hope it all works out for you. You guys are getting and can get these exact trades. I'm not sure I'd take all of them, probably run your account into the ground. But 48 grand for the last 30 days worth of trading? Incredible. Absolutely incredible results. Now, let's go. All right, enough said, right? There's no need for analysis. Let's go look at the high profit. And I want to dig into a little bit of what is going on there and just some mindset as far as trading and what to expect. Let's see if I can find it in my list here. Here it is. As far as the high profit goes, the 10 pip hybrid feed is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, doing extremely well. It has closed. I'm looking here. Hold on a second. It has closed at about a little bit of negative. And here's I'm gonna tell you something. So I'm combining standard pairs with the high profit feed. Gold, US 30, NAS 100, the high profit trades that we take. It is so interesting. I'm going to take you over to TradingView and we're going to look at a chart. It is so interesting to see, and you've got to be ready for this. I'll show it to you on the chart instead of digging into this here. So I'll just show you for the week. Let's talk about net profit, and then we'll go look at a chart because I want to look at an NAS trade that, hindsight is 2020, right? But let me show you this. So for the week, $4,382.18. Let's go take a look at. Let me see if I can get this set up properly here because I had it ready to go. I'm going to share my browser with you, which is probably this. Let me make sure I got everything set up properly. Yes, I do. So I want you to look at this. Let me see. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but I got a blue line in the chart, and that is the NAS 100 trade we did today. And the concept I'm going to give you here is the exact same thing going to happen with gold, and it's the exact same thing that happens all the time. And it's the reason that I call it the high profit feed, because high profit equals high risk. And if you can't stand the heat in the kitchen, then you got to get out, right? If you can't take the risk, you can't take the risk. So I'm going to be general here in what we're looking at, okay? And it'll be hard to see, but if you see where my mouse is, the X, the green candle above that, the blue line is where we entered. That's the price on NAS 100. Now, we enter, we have a stop, we have a take profit. The take profit is the blue line up at the top here. Okay, this is what the algorithm said to do. Now, NAS makes a lot of money for a little bit of movement. So again, back to this green candle here where you see the plus and my mouse is on it. We entered on this blue line and the price moved up enough in this area for the algorithm to then set the stop loss to break even. So the stop loss is set pretty much right at this blue line that's on the screen. But look what happened. It moved up, it came back, it hit the stop, and now it's ran for over $1,000. Somewhere in here, somewhere before it backed out, I had it on a small account. It was up about $270. I swear to God, I'm laying there in bed and I look at it and I go, I probably should take profit. But my God, this structure looks so good, I truly believe it's headed up higher than it was, because it was down here, right, by this blue line. But what you have to remember, I should have taken profit. I'm going to tell you the two should-haves, and I'm just tired of playing the fucking game, because there's two absolute should-haves all the time. If your stop has been moved to break even, and you're at $250 profit or whatever, fucking take profit. Because guess what they are going to do? It is an absolute given every time. You must be ready for it. And there's two things here that I'm talking about. They will push the price up in the direction that we all know it's going to go. They'll push it down to do a liquidity grab to take everyone's stop out, and then they'll run. And that's exactly what we see happening on gold. We see it happening on US 30, on NAS 100. So it's either when the stop goes to break even, you're like, shit, they're going to do a liquidity grab. They're going to take the stops out. I might as well take profit, right? Because what's the other option? When we were setting TP 1, 2, and 3, it would move up to TP1, take TP1, set the stop to break even at TP1. The price would move up a little bit, move back, and take it out. And we got a coffee before I go off here. This entire game is designed against you. They are going to move it in the direction that the AI knows they're going to move it. 99.99999% of the time is going where the AI said it's going to go. But they're going to liquidity grab. They're going to push up. They're going to pull back, hit stop, then they're going all the way. Every fucking time. So you have the option of taking profit on your own. You're like, I know they're going to come back and take this out, right? Or, hear me out, because I contemplate this. You talk about money and risk, right? In 95% of these trades, if you just, God forbid, got rid of your stop loss, it'd come back, there's no stop, it runs, you make thousands of dollars or more. And it's this. If you don't risk it all in life, you get nothing. I'm not telling you to risk all of your money and all of your account, but I'm telling you the game's designed that way. It is extremely likely that they're going to run in the direction of the AI system. What can happen is you can be bidding too much. And if you remove your stop loss, it moves a little too far against you and your account and your bid, and it takes you out because you overbid, over leveraged, right? Margined out. But in this particular case, I see it every time. It happened with gold today. Let me just show you what happened with gold. But understand what I'm talking about here. There was an entry. It pushed up into profit. I think it was on this third candle. It then moved back and then continued. You have to be ready for them to go. They can't move the market without stealing your money. You got to be ready for that. I'm going to say it again. They can't move the market without stealing your money first. They need the money to do it. So you have to be ready for that. And it pisses me off every time. It's the reality of it. It's just how it works, right? And of course, if you take my advice and trade without stops, you'll lose everything. On the other hand, let me throw something at you. Let's take an account of the number doesn't matter. Let's take an account of $5,000. Okay, you put $5,000 into a trading account, and you trade high risk, but you withdraw your profits daily. Conceptually, and I could be wrong. Don't take my advice. I'm a gambling hack, obviously. Just spent the week in Vegas. But if you withdrew your money every day and kept the account at $5,000, at some point you've withdrawn all of your profits, and the $5,000, I should put it this way. The possibility of you withdrawing $5,000 and having a $5,000 account is probably pretty good. You could also lose it all. But one of the things I'm starting to look at is I'm going to take my money and I'm going to leverage it for a daily withdrawal. Weekly, whatever, right? Let's just talk about it daily. I'm not necessarily doing that, but I'm sitting here thinking out loud. So if I have my X amount of dollars, a $5,000 account, and I withdraw profits daily, anything above $5,000, that just puts me in an incredible position to say to kind of take a little bit more risk, because what happens is, and this happened to me at the casino, you can go in and make, put a $500 bankroll in there, you can make $350, and the moment you go for $400, you lose it all. So I backed off. I kid you not. I don't know if it's just a law of numbers or dynamics or whatever the case may be. I'd roll into the casino with a $500 bankroll. I'd make $100, walk away. 100, walk away. 100, walk away. On one day, a few days ago, I did it 11 times in a row. The next day I went in and I'm like, if I'm winning that much, I'm gonna more than double my bid. I did. And I'm just gonna make more per time. Blew all my money. So there's some sort of mathematical probability, chances type of thing in there. One of the big things I'm thinking is to have an account that I leverage and I risk. I'm not risking a lot on the bid per se, but I'm risking a big loss, because I'm just going to, I'm looking at this going, I had this particular trade on a $4,000 account, just kind of testing some stuff out, and I was up about $400 for the week, and that trade went up, and I was up an additional couple hundred, 250, and then it came back and hit the stop, and I was at a $9 profit or something like that. And I was like, son of a bitch. But if I had just traded that thing without a stop and let it run up to $2,000 in profit on that particular account, and then just withdrawn it today, I would be 50% up. And eventually that $4,000 is simply money I've already earned. And I can risk it all because I've already made it back. I don't know if I'm describing this properly. Let me say it in a short paragraph. And I'm going to test this out. I'm going to take my money, put it on an account. Let's say $5,000. Put it on an account, and I'm going to take these trades, these high profit trades, without a stop loss. That's what I'm going to do. You do whatever you want. Don't take my advice. Don't do what I do. You'd be dumb too. But at the end of the day, if I'm willing to take the big risk and get rid of the stops, and or jump out of the trade well before it hits take profit, but take my profits and then withdraw my money every day, at some point I've withdrawn the same amount, an equal amount to the original deposit in the account. And if I can get there and risk it all, I'm really risking nothing. Especially when you see this video that I'm going to come out with in about a week here, and I'm going to start scripting it out, put it together today, because there's some very specific numbers and concepts and ideas that I want to implant in your brain. If I'm making sense, let me know. But I think, just thinking out loud here, and I was thinking about this morning, I'm like, you know what? Could this have been an entry that went completely against me and margined me out? Here's what's interesting, especially on a high profit trade. Let's say you got like a $4,000 account that I was testing this on, and I got rid of the stop, and it came back and it margined me out because the trade went so far against me. At that point, for the $4,000 account, I'm probably only going to lose about 50% of it. Now you might say, I don't want to do that. I'm going to risk 50% of it, because it's not going to let me go all the way down to $0 margin wise. It's going to kill my margin way before I get, to the entire balance of the account. So the big thing I'm trying to get at here is, for me, I feel like the risk is the whole part of it. Because I risked nothing today, and it came back and hit the stop, and I made $9 when I could have just risked and got out early, because we know it's going to run, but we also, it's going to run, but we also know they're going to liquidity grab you. They're going to push it up, drag your trailing stop up, set your stop to break even. They all know that. Then they're going to back out and take you out. Then they're going to go where they intended to go. It's very frustrating. So let's look at the gold. I'm going to type in gold here, because it did the exact same fucking thing. See if I can find the candle here. Let's see. This is a 5-minute chart. Let me look at the 15, because there's a candle. There it is. This is fucking crazy. I'm pretty sure I'm right, but I'm not exactly right probably on which candle, but the concept, I'm pretty close. So what I think was, somewhere in about the middle of this green candle right here, where you can see my crosshairs, there was a sell entry for gold. Okay. What happened was the price moved completely against, hit the full stop. Okay. My system said to re-enter, but the AI system didn't do it. It didn't send that to you. Okay. And then look what happened. Next candle, pushed up, liquidity grab. Next candle, boom, exactly where we all wanted it to go. And that second gold entry, absolutely massively profitable. It went all the way to the final TP. And I'm like, you mother, right? Like, this entire thing, like, the AI knew that it was coming down to this area, and that's where it put the TP. But entering mid candle, because you're like, well, how far is it going to go, right? They push it up against you, hit the stop, and then they run it down. So it's almost like, and I'm not saying you could do this because it's not every time, but it's probably 90% of the time, where when there's an entry and it hits the stop, if you just enter again, it's going. If you enter and don't set a stop, and you can handle the drawdown and the margin level percent hit, it's going to go in the right direction. It's just when and how much liquidity grab are they going to do? right? It's extremely frustrating. But I say that because I want you to start seeing it over and over and over again. The entire market is about grabbing. Where's the liquidity? Who are they going to take out? Who are they going to take out? This big green candle sucked every fucking buyer in the world. Now, we had a sell order, so we're at least on the right side, right? But that price pushed up, took out the stop, liquidity grab on the next candle one more time, little bit, another wick liquidity grab, and then boom, drop through the floor. The AI knew it was going to do that. It's just like, there's no way to predict how far it's going to go against before it moves in that direction. But look, all in one candle, all in one 15-minute candle, it just shot through the floor. And it's so frustrating to see it that you have to have that human intervention. When you get my high profit feed trade or buy limit, you got to be going, okay, we know the direction. 99% of the time, we know the direction. But are they going to push up and take us out? Like, you could almost do this. If you see the gold trade get stopped out, you probably should be manually entering again. Or just saying, you know what, I'm just going to get rid of this stop and risk. It's risk. I'm not saying you're going to win. You're certainly going to win sometimes. Can you win more than you lose? Can you have, let's say you had a $5,000 account and you took a $500 loss today. Okay, well, tomorrow there's plenty of more trades from the AI system to make up for that. So let's say you make your $500 back tomorrow, and then on the third day you make $250. Pull that $250 out. Pull it out. Because here's what happens. That $250, and it's just my current mindset of thinking, that $250 that you made, you're willing to go risk that to see if you can make even more. And that's the gambler's problem. In my particular case, and in my particular accounts, I'm going to start withdrawing my profits pretty quick. I'm not going to try to, with Forex, compound in my Forex account. I'm just saying it out loud now. I'm not playing this game anymore, because I'll give you an example of something that happened to me last week. So on Friday, typically I do a withdrawal on Friday, and I didn't this Friday. And I was up about, let's just use some random numbers. On a $5,000 account, I was up $500. I didn't withdraw it. Here we are, what is today? Today is Thursday. Wow. Thursday already. I basically lost that $500 between not withdrawing it on Friday and now, because of some, pushing some of these high profit trades. But I will gain that $500 back. I would much rather be $500 down after having a $500 withdrawal and gain the down part back than trying to gain my profit back. If that makes sense. It's me. It's kind of like a new way that I'm looking at some things, and you see how that fits into this video that I'm going to come up with. So beware of the liquidity grab. Beware of, what you're risking, what you're not risking. And let me come back here, and then we will stop. Let's come here. So, makes sense? Derek says, take the money and run. In a sense, yep, get greedy, get burned. Let's see here. Mark says, I get it. The AI typically would minimize the risk of managing, margining out repeatedly. Yeah. So, just a different way of thinking, right? Because, listen, guys, Forex, it's tough. It's tough. And, you are against an algorithm from the big banks and the hedge funds. You're against an algorithm that just, it can see, it sees where everybody's ordering and buying. It sees the sentiment in the market, takes you out, moves in the direction it wants to go. So when my AI system enters these trades, it has a lot of intelligence. It's right nearly 100% of the time. Can you handle the liquidity grab? Can you handle trading without a stop, a little bit of drawdown, and then it moves in the right direction? Yeah, you have to decide that. I'm going to let you start deciding that. There's just a big part of me that I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start risking it and withdraw my profits on a regular basis, daily if you want to, certainly weekly. But I'm sitting here looking at these accounts going, I should just withdraw daily. When I'm up above what my deposit is, take it out. Because you have the risk of losing it all. And if you can withdraw your balance amount over time, then to me, there's not really any risk. If you take the higher risk, if I'd have taken the higher risk on the NAS or the gold trade, I'd be massively in profit today. If I'd have just said, let's take the risk. Doug says, weekly is what I'm going to start doing. You know, that's what I've pretty much been doing, but I'm looking at it going, I might do it daily. I might do it daily. On certain accounts, especially on the ones, you know, we're talking high profit trades, gold, metals, indices. Take the profit. Get out. I learned a lot just from the mentality of how I was winning gambling. And, you know, I was willing to blow it all. I was really kind of testing. What's the theory? I don't know. I can only guess. And maybe it was pure luck. I don't really believe in luck. Why did I lose it all when I went for more than $100? But when all I did was went for $100, I won every time. So it's kind of like the $100 is withdraw the profits, right? I took my bankroll of $500 that I think I started with and turned it into a couple grand. And what's interesting is I started trading as if, are you ready? I think here's maybe the answer. I started trading as if it was a couple grand. I got my $2,000 up to $2,500. I got cocky because I started out with an original $500 bankroll. I got cocky at the $2,500, started going for more than $100, and I think I got to $350, and I was like, fuck, I'll go to $5. Fucking lost it all. And I was like, shit, all of the work that I put in over the last week of taking my $500 bankroll to $2,500, just testing this. I'm not saying 500 to 2,500 is changing anybody's lives, it's not changing mine, right? But I was like, that's interesting. So it makes me think that way with Forex, is that pull my profits out, take the risk, and at some point when the risk goes against me and I've had a $5,000 bankroll and I've made even $4,000 or $5,000 from it, and I take a big hit on my bankroll, okay, I'm already up. The mistake I made was gambling my winnings. I should never have gambled my winnings. When I was up to $2,500 from a $500 bankroll, just starting out, just fucking around with it, I should have never put more than the $500 in. But I did. It's the same thing with Forex. So I hope that makes sense. That's it. Appreciate you joining me. Thursday, May 9th. I literally didn't even know what day it was. So short travel day today for me. Couple hours. Probably still be in. I think I'll still be in Utah. Fucking crazy. When I left Arizona, it was 113 degrees. I got to Vegas. We had a couple cool days, but it was about 80, 85. It was pretty warm. Maybe 90 one day. I got here. I woke up this morning, guys, in the Utah mountains. 29 degrees. I was like, fuck. I had to turn the heat on. 29 degrees. It was a little cold. But it's funny. It went from 29 to, what is it now? 66 in a couple hours. So pretty crazy stuff. All right, that's it. I will see you tomorrow morning, Friday morning, bright and early. And Again, I'm traveling pretty much every day for the next 3 weeks. So stick with me. I'll get this awesome video out and released and change some lives. I will talk to you in tomorrow's live. Take care.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.